Help support our coverage with a free account on Privacy, the service that keeps your bank information private when shopping online. Get $5 right now to try the service at plughitzlive.com/privacy. Hello, Internet. I'm Scott with PLUGHITZ Live, part of the Tech Podcast Network. We are here at CES 2019 at the Arrow booth. I've got some beer taps and technology behind me. We'll find out about that in a second. But first, go ahead and introduce yourself for me.
Yeah, hi, my name is Mark Chilseski. I'm a solution architect with our IoT team here at Arrow.
And IoT obviously is a big thing at the show this year. It's probably half the floor, I'd say. And so we're seeing lots of creative ideas, and what we've got behind us certainly looks like a creative idea.
Well, thanks for giving us an opportunity to showcase it. Would you like to talk about the technology?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. So we're featuring several different technologies here today. On the embedded side, Arrow's been giving away the Arduino Maker 1000 board here today. It's an Atmel processor based with a little Wi-Fi module on it. So we're featuring that technology inside of each of these beer tap coolers, coupling them to a temperature sensor and a flow sensor. So as a consumer would come up to the particular tap and say select the product, you'll see product begin to flow out of the tap. We're able to monitor and measure that on the dashboard here. Same goes for temperature inside the cooler itself. So we're able to couple that data to video demographics AI happening from the camera above here. So the camera is watching the consumer, he's making a choice, and then using some AI technology from Intel, we're able to determine, is it a male, is it a female, what approximate age range selected that product, and then what is their facial expression? Are they happy, are they sad? And that gives the retail type of a customer a lot of data points that maybe they don't have today on who's selecting what type of product and how do I maybe diversify my product portfolio to appeal to a wider audience and when to maybe offer more of a particular product.
So that's a lot of stuff coming together in what looks like a fairly simple display. And it's all done with the technology here behind us?
That's correct. So we're featuring Intel technology to do the AI analytics. So,
and that's being done on an Intel compute stick?
On an Intel compute stick plugged into a little Intel NUC. It's all done locally here at the edge, so there's no cloud component to do the AI analytics. And so that makes for a great way to demonstrate AI video technology without an expensive path going up to the cloud and back.
Right. You don't have to have all the server back end and all of that, which is, where the cost starts to come in.
Sure, absolutely.
And so once you've got information on like the facial recognition, the emotion, yes, the sentiment, that's the word I was looking for, the sentiment detection, you can figure out like if your customers care about a particular product more or something like that?
That's correct, yeah. Yeah, and we're persisting that data into a database locally and then tying that with the product choices. So over time, we'll start to build a table of, the folks that say preferred wine were of this demographic. Maybe it's female, middle age, and they they chose this particular product over some of the other products.
And then if you wanted to do a customer survey on what wines you should carry,
right,
whose opinion to weight toward.
Absolutely. And maybe who to market more of a particular product to. At the same time, we could be looking at things like food safety. So we're monitoring the dispensing temperature of something coming out of the tap. So I will be able to understand a few things with that. Maybe a predictive failure place. So is my cooling unit starting to fail? Is my temperature starting to drop? So that's an early indication of perhaps a failure, and you can get ahead of the curve, get into new coolers to keep, the retail flow going. At the same time, could be a good way to ensure food safety. So, do I have a spoilage condition to where, I don't want to serve that particular product anymore? And at the same time, it could be more of a food quality. So I have a beer and I know that it's, if it's dispensed at a certain temperature, it's going to taste the best. So then you can ensure that data back, to the beer production person that you have been dispensing their product in the most optimal way to the consumer. And really, Arrow really pulled all of these technologies together, not to create an actual product, but just to demonstrate our capability, to work from sensor all the way to the cloud, provide all the elements in terms of embedded sensing, and then coupling that to more of embedded computing type products, visual analytics, and the ability to persist and show that data in more of a retail environment on a dashboard.
Okay. And that's one of the things that's interesting about the Arrow booth is you've got this here with a particular stack, and then almost the exact same technology stack directly in front of us is being used for a totally different purpose to show off another way to use the same facial recognition and all that.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's kind of what's unique about IoT amongst other electronics industries is oftentimes it's the same collection of technologies. It's just being deployed in a different use case to solve maybe a different business challenge. And it's the same technology stack largely. But then what you do with the data and create an experience for the consumer could change, and it's the same exact same technology stack.
Sure, because the being in here in Vegas, right? The same technology that you use to get into your hotel room is the same thing that you use to pay for your ticket at Disney.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Right. Yep. It's a connected world.
Right, exactly. And so if people want more information about Arrow and the products involved in this setup, how can they get that?
So arrow.com is a great entry point to be able to contact any of our technical experts. We actually have Ask an Engineer online, so they can actually connect to a real engineer and get live consultative feedback. And then if you have an actual product that you're trying to develop, we have different ways to get in contact with us from a local perspective. We have regional experts, both technology and business, in all parts of the world. Arrow's a global company, and we'd love to work with you.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today.
Absolutely. Thanks for the time.
For continuing CES 2019 coverage, stay tuned to plughitzlive.com/CES.